own state. We'll get into all that. But also, you being kicked out of Nikki Haley's event and also Ron's event too, right?
Yeah, so I showed up to Nikki Haley's event. I've been in town since last Friday, and I've been covering all the different events. I was at Trump rallies, and I went to a Vivek Ramaswamy event the other day. And every candidate has allowed me inside except Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. And I had tickets for both of their events. And before Nikki's event could even begin, I'm just standing there. Her staff let me in. They asked me if I wanted to volunteer. And then all of a sudden, I'm surrounded by 2 police officers in Iowa and Indianola. And they threatened to arrest me and trespass me unless I left. And it's like, hello, I have a ticket. So the video went viral. It has over 15 million views on X alone. Vivek Ramaswamy commented on it because it's like, you want to be president. How are you going to be president? Nikki Haley likes to talk big talk about how, I have my ammunition heels and I'm going to, be against the dictators and Trump's a dictator. But isn't that dictator behavior? And if you're scared of Laura Loomer, how are you going to sit across the table from Putin or Xi Jinping? And then DeSantis did the same thing. I had tickets. I showed up, and then they removed me, called the cops, and
we'll play some of these videos, and we'll get into all that. So thanks for hanging out. We also got Clint Russell hanging out.
What's up, Tim? Clint Russell, host of Liberty Lockdown, co-host of Tower Gang. Don't subscribe to that. And most importantly, co-host of The Best Political Show with Luke Rutkowski. We had Cernovich on today, went deep dive in the psychedelic realm. It was very interesting. It's a pleasure to be here.
Nice. And we're going to be tasering Clint once we reach 100K subscribers. I've been pressed past a lot, too. My name is Luke Rutkowski of also thebestpoliticalshow.com. And fun fact, most people are actually filled with 72% seed oils. I'm filled with protein, freedom, caffeine, indignation, sovereignty, and Riz. And if you are too, get the shirt on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. Thank you again so much for having me. This should be a blast.
Ian Crossland in the house. And definitely subscribe to Tower Gang all across all platforms.
Do it now.
Those guys are awesome. Love the show.
Thanks, Ian.
Laura, great to see you. If you need to move that mic around anyway, twist, turn it so you don't have to move for it and just go for it.
Yeah, before we do it, because I saw Luke staring when I wasn't speaking into it right. Is it good? Should I just lean down?
Try to get a decent
make it higher.
Maybe we get somebody over here to help.
You move it higher.
Yeah.
Also, Serge is pressing the buttons. I don't know if he has a microphone over there.
Hey,
He
He doesn't. He's shaking his head as no. But he's here.
But what he wants to tell you is, I love you, everyone.
All right, let's jump into this first story. This story is
Piss off, Jugger!
Boys, armed soldiers blocked Biden's Border Patrol access to the river in Eagle Pass. Governor Abbott is not harming Border Patrol operations. He is enhancing them. That's what they say. On Thursday night, the
What
Texas
up,
National
brother?
Guard took control of Shelby Park in the city
Cheers,
of Eagle Pass,
friend.
Texas, which has been at the center of President Joe Biden's illegal immigrant crisis at the U.S. southern border. According to the Dallas Morning News, the state government has seized control of the area, and the Texas National Guard has set up razor wire and fences to block off the park. A filing from Biden's Department of Justice reveals the Texas National Guard has blocked points of entry and has deployed armed soldiers and vehicles to block Border Patrol agents from access to the river by bypassing through entry points in the federal border barrier. Eagle Pass Mayor Rolando Salinas told reporters that the decision was made as part of the Republican Governor Greg Abbott's emergency declaration and was not something the city had requested. He added that as a result, the Border Patrol was not operating in the area. Okay, so this is exactly what I said I was worried about weeks ago. When we're looking at the Biden administration, CBP facilitating illegal immigration into this country, when you have videos of it's the construction equipment lifting up the razor wire that was placed there by the state to protect the state, you've got the federal government facilitating crimes and it's unconstitutional for them not to defend the state, but they're actually facilitating the illegal immigration outright. And then when Greg Abbott says this is illegal, the DOJ sues them. My fear was exactly this, and what comes next terrifies me. What happens when the Texas National Guard is deployed with rifles, with weapons, to defend the state and uphold its laws, and the Biden administration federal agents say, you are the ones committing the crimes. Both groups point at each other saying, you're committing crimes. For now, I'm hoping what happens, Border Patrol leaves. They just leave. They can file their lawsuits, and that's the end of it. But my fear is that we get to the point where Texas National Guard is ordered, secure this area, do not let people pass. Plainclothes federal agent with a gun walks up and says, lower your weapon. This is a federal border jurisdiction. The state says, back the F off, don't move, and things escalate from there.
I think because it's a situation where everyone on both sides are trying to preserve life. You've got the federal government saying these poor immigrants, we need to preserve their lives, whereas the Texas government saying we need to preserve the lives of our citizens. That the law enforcement's not going to turn on. They both want to de-escalate.
I got to stop you right there with a fact check. The Biden administration, save lives.
Yeah.
People coming on this journey die. Young women are horribly raped in huge numbers, and crossing the river is dangerous. They die.
Children are getting trafficked and raped. They're finding 5-year-old girls with 10 samples of semen inside of them. I mean, it's terrible. That's not really a pro-life position to take.
And they're dying in the desert.
Yeah.
So if the Biden administration actually said we're going to protect these people, he would go to the Mexican government saying we're securing our borders, we're locking it down, and you need to stop these people before they cross into this dangerous territory.
That's the argument I would make personally. I don't think that they're helping by letting them, or urging them to come across the border, but I think the state of mind that they have is toxic compassion. We can help everyone come.
I think that's an excessively optimistic perspective on what the Biden administration is there for. If you look at the EU policy, if you look at the American policy over the past 20, 30 years, but really aggressively so as of late, it seems quite clear to me that this is actually a plan to flood the country with immigrants. And as a libertarian, I'm rarely am I considered a border hawk, but when you actually look at it and you see that this is like an operation that's being ran on high, I think that it would be foolish to look the other way and say, "Oh no, they're just the people looking for opportunity." If it were the case, as it was historically, that if you were an immigrant that got across the border, the only thing offered to you was perhaps the local job, different structure than we face today, where these people are offered clothes, food, housing, and everything that they can possibly need. And sex changes and healthcare. I mean, the list goes on and on. I don't think that this is an accident, and I don't think it has anything to do with sympathy for it.
I would also, I was just going to say, I don't think that we can overlook the fact that this is being done in an election year as well. Because what's happening is you're having an invasion. Okay, they're trying to replace the population. The great replacement is not some conspiracy theory like the left-wing media wants it to be. They say that it's some kind of white supremacist conspiracy theory, and as we know, it's very real. We are being replaced in this country by third world invaders, criminal illegal alien invaders. And unfortunately, what's happening is when these illegals are coming
She seems
to
fun.
places like Texas, you have governors like Governor Abbott who are then putting them on buses. And I had, one of my followers on X sent me a video that they filmed of a bus of these illegals with Texas police being dropped off at a train station just outside of Chicago. Why does that matter? Well, people may think, oh, it's all fun and games, ha ha ha, give these Democrats a taste of their own medicine by shipping them to sanctuary cities. But these are cities where they give illegals driver's licenses. And so these people are going to have IDs, and what's going to stop them? Not that we don't have voter ID in this country anyway, but what's going to stop these people from voting in our election?
But that's not the issue. Well, I'm not concerned in the immediate with the idea that an illegal immigrant votes. The issue is simply by being here, it gives Democrats more congressional seats and more electoral votes. So
that has to do with the election.
But so it's.
That's my point. Is that they're doing it on purpose, and we saw the Democrat from New York, I don't know her name, who said that she's in favor of this because it's going to, create more of these districts.
There's a school in, I think it was in New York, where they said all the students have to stay home and do remote learning because they're bringing the illegal immigrants into that school. Someone posted the political map of the area and found that this area of the city, or this area of New York, is Republican, the surrounding area is Democrat. So sure enough, the area targeted by a bunch of these migrants is a red area. But what happens with illegal immigrants in the immediate? It is true that when these people come in, and then I'm willing to bet that Joe Biden rubber stamps some kind of amnesty executive order unconstitutionally, and then makes everyone fight about it in the Supreme Court for years. But when he does that, you may actually then see a quick turnaround in immigrants voting. You will definitely see their children voting. They're very likely to their families. But in the immediate, when they count population in the census, they will say, oh, look, 10 million people live here now. That's going to be, we're looking at 12 congressional seats and 12 electoral votes for this state. But these people aren't even citizens, but they're getting federal representation. And that's what we are. We're not a democracy. It doesn't matter if the single individual votes. If you have 10 Democrats living in an area and they put 750,000 illegal immigrants in it, those 10 American citizens now have one Democrat to represent them in Congress.
And that's why it's so important that we get President Trump back in office, because President Trump has said that he's in favor of banning birthright citizenship. And in fact, every single GOP candidate so far, including Vivek Ramaswamy, has said that they're in favor of banning birthright citizenship, which is what happens, of course, when these anchor babies are born. And there's only one candidate that won't agree to it, and it's Nikki Haley, because she would then be disqualified from running for office.
You got a loadout drop
That's hysterical. Fucking A.
Nikki Haley's parents were not citizens. They were both immigrants, but only been in this country for 3 years at the time of her birth, which means that she technically is not a natural-born citizen, which is a requirement to run for president. And so that's why we need to elect a president, President Donald Trump. Every single candidate who wants to be president going forward, whether it be 2024, 2028, or onward, needs to commit to banning birthright citizenship. We cannot be giving.
I think the way to look at it is, I think the argument Donald Trump has, as well as Vivek Ramaswamy, is that the founding fathers did not intend for this idea of birthright citizenship, this idea that simply because you were born here, you are now entitled to the full benefits of the public coffers and the national defense, et cetera, et cetera. The 14th Amendment was trying to rectify the issue of slavery, basically saying these people here, they're citizens, and it turned into something that almost no other country on the planet does. I think there's like one or two. You can come here illegally, have a kid, and that kid's a citizen. No one in the world does that. So, reasonably, I don't think the issue is that we're banning it. I think we got to reframe it, enforcing the existing standards of the Constitution as to what it means to be a citizen.
Yeah.
If we, this is the game that Democrats are really good at playing, is reframing the narrative that we are the ones who want to take action, when in fact they already took the action in the first place in their interpretation of how you get to be a citizen.
It'd be cool if you could become a citizen by the time you turn 18 as a kid, just by taking tests and things throughout your course of life, because you could easily educate someone from another country, from parents that were illegal, to be better citizens, better knowledgeable, equipped people than some people that just lounge around and drink Mountain Dew all the time.
Yes, I think it's important to
What's wrong with Mountain Dew?
You've got leftists who were born in this country, let's say they're 5th or 6th generation American, and they hate this country and want to see it burnt to the ground. And then you have people desperately trying to come to this country because they believe in the American dream. The only problem, if you're going to commit a crime to enter this country, I don't think you're the kind of person that really does believe in this country. Breaking the law to come here is the kind of, it's, if someone comes and knocks on your door and says, I'd like to apply to be a roommate in this building, I think it's a really great house, I can pay my rent, you say, okay, if someone breaks in your house, you're like, this person actually
I think we're past the time, though, of the discussion about whether it's legal or illegal. I think we need a full immigration moratorium. We're at full capacity here in this country right now, and I don't think that given, disasters known as Bidenomics, our wide open border, we don't need.
Wow, we're not even close to it. We're not even sort of close to capacity.
Anyone else coming into this picture? This is what I asked.
That's fucking retarded. It's not even sort of true.
Well, I think that a 10-year minimum, probably a 20-year minimum, really, if we're being honest, the actual number of illegals in this country, immigration moratorium. I think we need to halt immigration altogether.
I'm gonna have to counter that, Laura. We actually need the inversion, and we need to mass deport. I'm kidding you.
I'm in favor of both. I want mass deportations and an immigration moratorium.
Well, we're already dealing with a population decline. If you were to do that, I think that you have to just purely pragmatic assessment. I agree with you that we can't afford all of this. We certainly have room, not in the cities, but there's room in the country. It's not like we have nothing but cities everywhere. The real issue is the national debt had just broken $5 trillion.
That doesn't. That has nothing to do with our population. That has poor spending decisions. I know population weighs into that, but it's not the way they're framing it. Why do you think China's has such a large economy? Do you think it's because they're technologically more advanced than us? No, it's because they have 1 billion people. They have a labor force that's like way larger than ours, and because of that, it's manpower. You fuck. Hmm. Clever. Dang, dude.
Be advised, enemies deployed a buy station. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. This is about to end. Make it. Enemies dropping in. Fire sale's over. Adjusting prices. Gas is moving.
Bro. Oh, come on. What? No! Oh my God, bro. That's... Never don't have a fucking...
As of today, it's
Gas
at
mask.
34 trillion. That's over 6 times multiplier in less than 25 years. If you look at the interest on the national debt, it will be about 150% this year of what we spend on our national defense. Our national defense is comparable to the 10 biggest countries in the world combined. I mean, we're talking enormous sums of money. So if we're not going to get our financial house in order, then we absolutely have to keep the influx of migrants.
But that's one way that we can get our financial house in order. I mean, just Luke mentioned this earlier, right? They're giving sex changes now and healthcare to illegal aliens. The price tag to provide free healthcare and just free healthcare to illegal aliens, not to mention the cost of illegal immigration and this invasion in our country as it stands, right? So if we want to start reducing our debt and also start being more fiscally responsible and fiscally conservative, then that's exactly what we need. We need to militarize the United States border, as you were referencing in the beginning of the show. We need mass deportations, and we need an immigration moratorium. I mean, it's a slap in the face to all Americans who there was a point in time I was paying over $500 a month for healthcare. And so, you get to come across this country?
That's
Why not just
cheap.
renounce your United States citizenship and cross over from Mexico illegally and then get a free cell phone and new clothes and free health care and a sex change? Why not?
Let me pull up this tweet we have. This is a story away from Libs of TikTok. Breaking. Chicago O'Hare Airport is shutting down and moving their whole hotel shuttle pickup area so it can house illegals. They're also restricting media access and threaten that media cannot enter the facility. O'Hare has been using the shuttle area to house illegals for months, and now there are too many. Glad they're trying to hide this. There's a sign at Chicago's O'Hare that says hotel and off-airport shuttles starting February 1st. All hotel and off-airport parking shuttles pick up in the lower level arrival lanes of Terminal 2. Pickup sites is a short walk from baggage. You then have this ORD bus shuttle center media policy, of course saying, contact the immigrants. But there have been illegal immigrants on mattresses on the floor at O'Hare Airport. And it's not just the airport. There's huge concerns in Chicago because they had plans to build camps. It's funny because Whoopi Goldberg says Donald Trump's going to put people in camps. What do do you think they're already doing in Democrat-run Chicago? Now, this plan to build a camp was postponed and delayed, so what are they doing? Sending them to school. You want to make an argument about how we handle legal immigration? I am all for legal immigration, but it has to be done legally. There has to be a process by which we determine how many people can actually come into this country.
Oh, does legal immigration have to be done legally?
Not many, and maybe the answer is it's very few, or maybe actually, if it's done legally, there is an appropriate number. For the time being, what we're seeing is the economy in these cities is at serious risk. You can't have camps being propped up. You have kids, young Americans who can't afford to Some of these migrants are getting, I think it's in Chicago, $7,000 a month in public benefits. One illegal immigration. The Biden administration facilitates this with human traffickers and smugglers. For years now. $84,000 a year per person.
Moratorium immigration, because we've got people that live here that are like getting their green card. They've been in the process for 3 years. They're waiting, and like in 9 months, they're going to finally become.
I guess that it would have whoever, well, let's say President Trump comes back into office, it would, perhaps there would be some type of system in place to, keep people who have already legally begun the process, who are in the process, and then begin. So it's not necessarily retroactive. Of course, if you're here illegally, we would have mass deportations, but I think going forward, there definitely needs to be a halt, right? A halt on visas, and I mean, it's a national security threat as well, not just a replacement. We saw this recently with all of these protests. I mean, these people are openly supporting terrorist organizations, and they're
That's kind of
death to
fucked up.
America, death to Jews, death to Christians, and then you have illegal aliens. These are not just Mexicans and Guatemalans, right? These are people coming from the Middle East, coming from Africa, okay, and they're sleeping inside our airports. I mean, what happens if you have some lazy, low IQ TSA agent that falls asleep or isn't paying attention or is texting, and one of these jihadists who comes across our border illegally or somehow gets shipped to the airport by the Biden administration, makes it into the airport and sets off a bomb in one of the largest airports in our country?
That's my absolute
that's my
fear.
biggest fear. Honestly, that's my biggest fear, is that one of these days, one of these illegals is going to set off a bomb in or one of the airports. That's my biggest fear.
Mine is that groups of them are going to actively be planning something. Like we're at war right now. This country's at war, and we want to. Congress didn't declare it. I don't care. We're at war. That's the truth. It's Ukraine and Israel. We're back to back.
Yemen.
Bombed Yemen yesterday. Okay, so we're at war. You close your borders when you go to war. You don't let, because the enemies will send their people in that they look like citizens, and they go to the cities, and like 9 of them will be on a Facebook group, like, okay, on this day.
They're already here. You saw the memo. I wrote this story several months ago, and the Daily Caller received the official memo and published it. I'm sure you could pull it up. But they've already confirmed, just weeks after October 7th, that you have active Hamas and Hezbollah terror cells in major American cities, like Atlanta, like Chicago, like Washington, D.C., New York City. And we saw them. We saw them taking photos of themselves in Times Square holding the Hamas flag. So we already know that these people are here. They're just waiting.
I look at it from a totally different angle, in that we've had the war on terror, we've had increased powers for the FBI, the surveillance state, everything else, and we've had open borders for the past 20 plus years, and we still have had no real serious domestic terrorism threats. I mean, very, very minimal. So I think that it has always been overstated that the rest of the world is prepared to blow themselves up to cause us harm. If we were to actually treat them with any level of civility and respect, I don't think we would have anything to fear. And those that were coming across our borders, we could actually streamline it, make it legal, and focus on bringing in people that intend to be productive as opposed to those that are looking for handouts. These are very simple answers to the problems that we face, and yet we continue to just pretend as if you're going to have Trump get in there and remedy all this. It's like the powers that be have already demonstrated that they will undermine him every step of the way, unless he's going to come in there. And he was asked a few days ago, is he interested in retribution? And he said, I don't have enough time for retribution. If you don't have time for retribution, you're not going to fix anything. You have to prosecute Fauci. You have to. It's not an option. He damaged the entire planet with his funding of that.
Well,
Yeah, personally, I also just wanted to add that I'm also more afraid of all the illegals that the CIA brings in. As of course, in 2001, there was even a State Department official whistleblower that came out on the record and said, "Hey, these guys that were the 9/11 hijackers, they
These
were
these
United States
guys.
at first until the CIA intervened and got them into the United States because of their deliberate interference and them stopping government agents from stopping the actual bad guys from coming in." So I think they want the bad guys to come in. I think
Yeah.
they want
I agree.
this kind of terrorism, as the FBI is warning people, saying, "Hey, you guys should watch out," as we're watching for Trump supporters and people who go to parent-teacher school conferences.
I completely agree with you, and I think that they want it because they want to blame Trump supporters, right? Like you just said, they want to make it seem like the biggest threat in this country is the white Christian male or, the white Trump supporter, when in reality, the deep state and all of these federal law enforcement agencies, they benefit every single time there's a terrorist attack, like an actual terrorist attack, right? Because they get to expand the surveillance state, they get to push for gun control. And as we've seen, they have some of these jihadist terrorists on their payroll. Look at the case of Omar Mateen in Orlando, Florida, the Pulse nightclub shooter. We found out after the fact that he was not only being monitored by the FBI, but his father was literally an FBI informant. And then he was given front row seats at Hillary Clinton's rally when she was campaigning for president. So it's 100% spot on. They are training. They are propping up
Well,
these
and
people,
it doesn't even
paying
have
them to attack us.
it doesn't even have to be a real terrorist attack. They can just make it seem as if there's one, and they can still roll out and increase the surveillance state and the funding for the FBI, which, by the way, if Trump, once again, I'm sorry, I got to circle back to this. If Trump isn't interested in retribution, he is once again going to be undermined. If you're not interested in retribution against the FBI, which attempted to coup you, what more do they have to do?
I didn't hear that clip, but I do know that there's multiple, clips from President Trump's rallies where he says, "I am your retribution." And I know for a fact from my own conversations with President Trump as well that he 100%, he says it publicly. So it's not like I'm saying anything private. He says, "I am your retribution." So
Right.
I would push back on that a little bit because I don't necessarily agree with you. Maybe, there was some context missing, or perhaps he was making a sarcastic statement.
At the town
but
hall, he specifically said, we're not going to have time for retribution because we're going to make this country so successful. And don't forget, our retribution is our success.
Right.
I'm paraphrasing, but that was the gist of what he said.
Yeah. I think they're attempting to frame him as some sort of fascist dictator. So he's trying to now reframe it as, no, I'm not going to go in there looking for retribution. Look, it may be politics. All I'm saying is, if he is to get that second shot,
Yeah.
I need him to actually mean it.
And he's going
like,
to, but I agree with you. I do think that maybe it's a messaging. I don't work for Trump, but maybe because the media went so crazy when he made his little joke about, "Oh, I'm going to be a dictator for one day," they're obsessed with it. And now he talks about it at every single campaign rally. Perhaps they are messaging like you just suggested.
Exactly.
So people don't actually think he's going to go out and be a dictator, although I personally wouldn't mind dictator Trump.
Well,
I mean, if it means...
I would.
Let's be clear.
If it means retribution, right? If it
Right.
means shutting down the FBI, closing our border, if that's what dictator Trump looks like, then bring it on.
This bitch
right?
don't know what she's
But
talking about.
I'm pretty sure Donald Trump isn't just going to get back into office and, say, "Oh, it's business as usual" with these people that decided to completely screw my family and screw me and jail my supporters as
Exactly.
political prisoners for the last 3 years.
The man's facing 700 plus years
Yeah.
in prison
750.
potentially. If he's not upset about that to the point that he actually you don't have to do anything dictatorial. You have to enforce the laws. You're surrounded by criminals. Get an AG that will prosecute these scumbags.
He's going to.
Okay.
I think it's
That's
just
all
the
I'm
media. The media is just so, they weaponize it. And then you even have conservatives like Nikki Haley who say, "Oh, well, Trump's going to be a dictator," right? While she's actually, using the police to kick journalists like myself out of her event. So Donald Trump has the GOP establishment against him. He has the Democrats against him. He has the media against him. And, it'd be great if it's not that his campaign doesn't do good messaging, but look, President Trump has to spend hours every single day sitting in a courtroom. Okay, he has to spend hours traveling. Right? He just had a town hall in Iowa the other night, and then imagine how exhausted he must be flying from Iowa in a snowstorm to New York City, sitting in a courtroom with that corrupt judge Arthur Engoron and Letitia James all day, and then flying back to wherever he flew next, and then he's coming to Iowa again. It's just. Yeah, I think he's doing the best he can.
No, he's going nonstop. And
Just really quick, the whistleblower I mentioned was Michael Springman at the Jeddah consulate. Look into his story because it really does reveal a lot of the government agents working within the federal bureaucracy that want bad people to come in and do really horrible things to the American people. So they did it before. They were never held accountable for it. They're going to probably do it again.
Let's talk about what's going on up here in this caucus. We have this tweet from Rand Paul. It's a meme made by Being Libertarian. And, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the best memes I've ever seen. It says, Netflix presents Hillary, and it's a picture of Nikki Haley. And it's National Rand Paul released an anti-endorsement with nevernikki.net, where he's basically given his message. So far, there's no heavy endorsement. Not Nikki Haley. I think this meme purposefully, purposefully encapsulates Netflix.
Aim is so off.
And why Nikki Haley is Nikki Haley.
Negative endorsement is going to make more or less people vote for Nikki Haley. They say even bad press is.
I think the most powerful figure in the world, and even in politics, is mine. And so, I'll tell you this: you go to the average person, and you say Nikki Haley in Eastern Europe.
I like it.
Expand foreign war and get us to spend money. And I'm telling you, if she's elected, war in the Middle East, they're gonna go. Look, if you go to the average person and go, "Yo, look at this, Nikki Haley, Hillary," they're gonna start laughing their asses off. That mockery reaches the average person because it's the lowest common denominator.
So it is some of them, because some other people be like, "Oh, why do you show me that crap for?" Be like turned off by it and be like, "Don't make fun of. Don't be cruel. Don't bring
Sure,
cruelty
some
in."
people. But the point is, making a coherent political argument about Nikki Haley's awful foreign policy and who she's aligned with and where she gets her donations from is so over the top esoteric. The average person says, "Look, I don't know what you're talking about, dude." But if you show a meme that makes fun of Netflix wokeness and how they do these diversity castings, it makes people laugh. And the idea
Why is she white though? Shouldn't she be black if this is a real?
Well, that's the
right?
point. She's
the minority.
She's the
No,
minority
I know,
version
I
of
know,
Hillary
but-
Clinton.
But if it was a real Netflix special, Nikki Haley and Hillary wouldn't even be on there, right? It'd be some black woman. Because I was told that the only way you get a Netflix special is if you're,
Minority.
a black
But that's
woman.
the point.
be
Nikki
either
Haley is
black or
a
gay.
minority.
Maybe I'm just black pilled,
Black
but
or gay.
I feel like I shouldn't have to explain to the American people why they shouldn't support Nikki Haley at this point. Like, if you've been alive for the past 20 years and you've seen what the neocons have done and the neo-progressives or the neoliberals or whatever you want to classify the Clintons as, or Obama for that matter, and you still haven't figured out that like everything they've told you has been a lie and it has just destroyed the world, destroyed your financial well-being. I still have to explain to you that Nikki Haley is not a good option for president. I can't even believe this chick's running.
Yeah, of course,
it's unbelievable.
Bro, of course you have to explain it. The average person doesn't know anything about foreign policy or
know.
politics. And Nikki Haley goes on stage, and the average person, I'm not talking about people who are into politics, you could be left or right. The average person who decides for some reason to watch is going to see Nikki Haley go, Vladimir Putin is going to go after Poland and our allies. You know, she does that thing where she doesn't open her mouth when she talks. It's really weird. But she's going to be like, he's going to invade. He's like Hitler. And they go, I don't know who this lady is or anything about Russia, but that sounds scary. Then Donald Trump will say something in his show. He'll be like, it's not correct. Vladimir Putin he wants Crimea. And they're going to say, who do I believe? The reason why memes are so effective is that regular person sees Donald Trump memes where he's riding a tank or a velociraptor with a machine gun, and they laugh. That mockery of Trump, and it is, but it's positive. It's like, look how strong and tough he is. Nikki Haley is insulted as a bad Hillary Clinton who everyone hates. Then, when you're sitting with your friends and you turn on the debate or whatever it is you're watching, and she says those lies about Vladimir Putin, that person goes, she's Hillary Clinton, dude. Hillary Clinton's stupid.
Yeah, I think that memes are ammunition in the arsenal of persuasion, and they're not to be used on every target. Like
Just the illiterate.
Just all
yeah,
the
they work
targets.
against certain people that they'll be like, ha ha ha, yeah. But other times you've got to explain her role on the board of Boeing, and that she's part of a war machine.
Yeah.
And you're correct, but everybody hates Hillary Clinton. She was one of the most despised candidates we've ever seen, and that's one of the reasons she lost in 2016. So when you show a picture of Nikki Haley and call her Hillary, the people who don't know anything about it instantly understand what that means.
I would say, though, that we're living in different times. I do think that mimetic warfare is certainly, influential.
I love it.
But the reality is that this isn't about, oh, well, I like Nikki Haley, I'm going to vote for Nikki Haley. This is about one thing and one thing only, okay? And that is getting Donald Trump. And that's why you have David Plouffe, who is Barack Hussein Obama's former campaign manager, urging Democrats to show up on caucus day in Iowa to change their registration to Republican to vote for Nikki Haley. It's not that people actually like Nikki Haley. I'm sure that Democrats and Republicans both recognize the fact that she's a warmonger and a neocon who, has a board position with Boeing and has really shady ties to defense contractors that made her a multimillionaire. But
And she,
this is about getting Donald Trump. And so they are still going to, I think Donald Trump's going to overwhelmingly win the caucus, but that's why you're seeing all of Hillary Clinton's donors, people like Reid Hoffman, okay, who's the second largest Democrat Party mega donor after George Soros, line up to support Nikki Haley. They don't actually care about Nikki Haley. It's not like they really care about her policies. They just want to get Trump, whoever that is. They don't care. I think they're even pushing for a contingent election. That's why RFK's PAC just invested $15 million in key swing states, because by their own admission, they said that their goal is to get 15 electoral votes so that neither Joe Biden nor Donald Trump get 270. And then what happens, per the Constitution, with a contingent election is Congress then gets to decide who our president is.
House delegations.
Yes.
So, but Republicans outnumber that.
But we currently have a one-seat majority, because with all these Republicans retiring, we could have Speaker Hakeem Jeffries by March if one of these geriatrics in Congress has a stroke, gets cancer, has a heart attack, dies, gets in a car accident, or resigns because they have some kind of family emergency. We already know that there's a ton of rhinos in Congress who hate Trump, and they would love to screw Donald Trump in an election year by saying,
This is driving me crazy,
we're
bro.
just gonna retire early, and there you go, Speaker Jeffries. That's why Kevin McCarthy retired early, and
What's up,
that's why
Fetty?
they ousted George Santos.
This is a good point, though, because one play to consider, though I don't know how likely it would be, is if a few of the rhinos in Congress resign, giving Democrats the slim majority by maybe a seat.
Gives them the delegations.
And not even the delegations, but once they have Congress, they immediately vote to charge Trump with insurrection, or they simply just pass a resolution saying Trump is an insurrectionist.
And I truly believe that's their strategy. I think that the rhinos are doing that, and I wouldn't be surprised if by March, and people can record this, and there's going to be a recording. We'll see if I'm right. I think by the end of March, we're going to see another Republican resign, and the Democrats are going to take back control of the House.
Oh, no.
Copy that.
Is it cocky to pick up a most wanted and go fight people with it? What is that?
Have you seen Power? TV show?
Yeah, my nigga.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, that's
So
like,
fucking good, bro. Alright. Bro, no way they play.
I mean, it doesn't even show the build.
Welcome to the Habibi land. In the past few days, there have been a lot of talk about the Car 98 being back to Warzone. So I went ahead and messaged my boy Jay, who came up with the build, and asked him, is this build actually the Car 98? Does it even come closer to the Car 98? I don't know. So today we're gonna put that to the test. This is the build that he gave me. It has something different, that it looks exactly like the Car 98. I will let you know about it in the gameplay. You know about it. The Car 98 doesn't even come closer to the Car 98. I don't know. So today we're gonna put that to the test. This is the build that he gave me.
What is that fucking thing? All right, the FJX.
What are you trying to do?
Hello?
Yo.
Who dat?
Fetty.
Oh, no, I'm just playing with this build. Super fast sniper. He has 4 attachments. Oh no, he has 5. And I can't fucking play with it. FTX Imperium. Fuck.
What they call
They just got some build that looks pretty cool, but I literally don't have anything unlocked. Except for, I mean, all the stuff I can put on, like, is just not like a thing he's using. It's like, it's okay. I'll try to fucking make my own.
into zombies and level it up.
Yeah, I don't really, honestly, man, I just don't have the time, so I fucking just come in here and play. And every time I sit here and try to build something, everyone's just like, yeah, you should spend more time playing video games. And I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. I just, fucking have a full-time job and like single income house. Fucking, yeah, sorry, can't do it. Want to, not today though. Stock. Can't we just throw that on there? We'll try this fucking thing. It's probably a giant piece of shit. Why don't I just swap it out and I'll do the pre-build. Let's do the pre-build. If that gets me anywhere.
Dang, where'd you get that blueprint?
I don't fucking know, bro. That's what we're using. We're gonna play a video game with it. Where you been, man? Long time no see.
Chilling.
Minding your business.
Yeah.
That's good.
Got my new monitor.
Oh yeah?
144 hertz.
Oh shit, son.
Upgraded from 60 hertz.
Damn, dude. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. That's a massive upgrade. Top 3 best one. Okay, this is 2 weeks ago. One-shot snipers, the best ones.
Bro, really retail.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
That happens. I mean, I'm just curious. You're one of Trump's biggest supporters.
I'm his biggest supporter.
Okay, his biggest.
One day
I
ago.
apologize. If,
Huh?
Just watching.
Number 1 fan.
if he is waylaid, if he's robbed, if he's thrown off of enough state ballots that he's whatever reason it's illegitimate and he's kept out of office, how is the MAGA base going to react to that?
Guys using the
Victus.
Victus.
In this country. We are voting
I
for
don't
President
understand,
Trump
like,
regardless of
fucking-
whether or not his name's on a ballot. They're not going to steal our elections from us. And this is
I want to fucking understand how this works. Like, so they removed Trump from ballots in some states, right? And they fucking said it. They did it with like he was part of the insurrection, but he wasn't even charged with anything. So like you can be like you if someone's opinion is that he was, I'm not saying he was or wasn't, but somebody's opinion was like clearly that he was, and so there you can then go like, oh well, these people think he was, so fuck him. Like if a bunch of people were like, we think Josh murdered somebody, and I'm like, no, I definitely didn't murder anybody, and they're like, oh, but they thought you did, and then I go and they put me in jail for it. Like, Wait, what? Like, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a bunch of people didn't like you, Fetty, and they were like, hey, Fetty fucking stole shit, bro, or he's cheating at video games, and like, what evidence do you have? Like, we don't know, but we think but we definitely fucking think it. And it's like, and like, oh, okay, cool. You can't prove it. All right, cool. We're gonna go ahead and throw him in jail. Like, wait a minute, what? That's so stupid.
Yeah, I hear that.
If he got charged with it, like, yeah, 100%. It doesn't make sense to me at all. I'm so confused. I feel like we're gonna have a civil war, Fetty. It's not gonna be me. I'm gonna be like, where's my pizza? Are you in your room high as a kite?
I'm in my room.
Are you high as a kite? Or did you quit weed?
That'll be the day though.
That'll be the day.
That'll be the day.
Oh.
So yeah, my build is basically almost, except I have better recoil. So what mode are you playing? Regular?
I was playing fucking
Text?
what was I playing? Fucking I was playing Resurgence. I like Resurgence the best. Which is crazy for me to say. I've never been that guy, but now I'm that guy. Well, now I'm playing like a solo fucking BR. Because BR is like was my favorite fucking game forever. Resurgence is light BR. That's all it is.
Wait out that.
You keep cutting it out, bro.
Sorry. As long as you can wait out the timer.
That's what I mean, though. It's like BR. BR, like, that's why I like PUBG so much. I was trying to play it today, dude. It is so hard to play this game and then play PUBG.
It's such a difference.
It's pretty rough. No, I just mean like the movement in PUBG is so fucking slow. Like once you get used to it again, it's like, oh, I love this
game. It's like jumping from Apex to this.
Apex to this game?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like,
I haven't played Apex forever.
Yeah. Oh, the Apex, like if you can actually get the movement down, like with crouch jumping and all that shit, it's insane how fast it connects.
Fair enough.
Have you gotten any kills with that one sniper rifle yet?
Ooh.
The one you just passed?
No, the one I just made. I mean,
it was in that little.
Oh no, I don't know.
It was like the WA 2000. I think that's what they used to call it. I don't know what it's called now.
See, that feels very well, not Car 98, but
that's the longbow.
Yeah.
Well, they say that's probably one of the best snipers for zombies.
For what?
For zombies.
This thing? Should I pick that up though?
I don't know. Try it out. I had never used it yet. Oh, the Karak. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Mm.
Gas is closing in. Get to the safe zone.
Used to be called the WA 2000.
I don't want to keep this fucking thing.
Oh, that's a good gun. Whatever you got. Ooh. That aiming's pretty slow.
What?
Your snipe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are you using any of the
It's pre-built in.
perks or whatever? Like if you're gonna run if you're gonna run a sniper, you probably want to run like quick grip or assault gloves.
Damn, so we're on that bounty. Oh, nice.
Copy. UAV on station. Recon online.
For quick scoping, yeah, longbow. The X10 TX 1210 stuff, SL Razor Hawk laser sight.
Comms. Oh my god, there was a wall behind me. Oh, come on. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
He's staring at me through the wall. I mean, it's a coincidence. He could just be aiming down sight at me. Hey, what's up, Toilet Smurf? Yeah, I'm just so convinced that like people can't get over shit. That's why I said it's Toilet Smurf.
This is why everybody should be appalled.
This
by
bitch is crazy.
Soros-funded secretaries of states, like Jennifer Griswold in Colorado or Shayna Bellows in Maine, who are, removing President Trump's name unconstitutionally from the ballot. And that's my point about the contingent election, right? If they are successful, like let's say the Supreme Court rules against President Trump, right? He won't get the electoral votes in those states, and it will set a precedent and allow for other blue states or states with Rhino or Democrat secretaries of state to remove him from the ballot under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. And so you see the possibility become more of reality, right? Of neither candidate getting 2 seats, especially with the way that RFK Jr. is being so heavily funded as an independent.
I think Vivek was saying one of the plays is it's not about the Democratic Party. We've talked about, the JP Morgan guys.
I wasn't paying attention. Oh my god.
Obama, when it's been Nikki Haley,
What's up?
They're not going that route. They're going from within the party. They're propping up.
Oh yeah, you weren't even paying attention.
Nope.
And take the same talking points. Same thing. Russia.
You want to play a Resurgence?
Hot sauce in her purse.
Right. There you go. And but
If you don't want to, don't worry about it.
when they're taking Trump off the
Yeah,
ballot,
I'm not doing anything right now.
All right, join up. We'll play duos.
Primary ballot. Now he's back on, of course. But if California does it, Trump needs to win the California GOP primary. It's not about the general election. They want to create a situation in which Nikki Haley somehow wins the nomination to give them some kind of legitimacy against Trump.
Yeah.
I think Trump will run as an independent regardless. But then they split the vote, and it's like you said.
So I'm here.
Interesting. I'm very nervous because even if say by some miracle Trump beats all the charges and he's actually on the ballots and he wins the election and he gets into power, and the deep state doesn't take him out. That's a lot of ifs. All right, but he gets through all those ifs and he finally gets in there. I still think we're looking at the potential for a revolution in this country just because I think that the and the deep state will activate
So,
the left in this country in a way that's extraordinarily dangerous.
Maybe
too.
we need one.
Check this
honestly.
out.
What's up?
Second. Discord. Was it gonna work? Like, I have a camera outside my door. You see it?
What did you do?
Just watches the door.
What?
Yeah.
Your camera? What door?
Yeah, my front door.
Where's your front door? I don't see it. I don't see a door, bro. Oh, you're on. It's like shooting downward. Oh, that's fucking. You need to like point that out to me. Wait, so like, which side is inside? I'm guessing where your shoes are is inside the apartment.
That's outside.
Why are your shoes on the outside?
Those are old shoes.
Why? I don't put my shoes on the outside of my house. What the fuck? What's out there?
That's just it. They're just sitting with my recycling until I decide to take them outside and throw them all in the trash.
So like, if somebody
And
comes,
my old fence.
like, what kind of camera is this?
This is an old 720p life cam. Microsoft life cam.
Nice, man. This is very like. You remember the original Punisher? Not the idea movie, but the Punisher, like where he fights the Russian.
Okay, I only remember the movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The movie where he fights the Russian. Bro, you never saw that? Dude, we're watching that right after this. It's like one of the best. It's like one of the best fucking fight scenes of like all time. Like it's top 10 for sure.
What?
It's ridiculous. It's insane. It's not Roddy Piper good in They Live, but it's up there. What's the best fight scene you've ever seen in a movie?
Well, wait.
That's a hard question, right?
Yeah.
The Matrix is up in there. Can I tell you something? I'm gonna cheat. It's not a movie. The Netflix Daredevil special where he's leaving the prison. Where he has to get out of prison. He's like in the prison for some reason. He has to get out of prison. And the Kingpin like paid like a spoiler alert, I guess. And he has to like get out. Dude, it's like insane.
Blood and Bone. Anything like any of the fight scenes in Blood and Bone are really good.
What is Blood and Bone?
It's got that guy Michael J. White in it.
Nice.
He's a crazy.
Yeah, I know he is. All right, we're gonna drop here. And fucking right on the fucking scav. Deaf people here. Yep. I got it. I'm bouncing. Put people in front of me too. Fucking A. You're all over the place, bro. Shit, coming your way, Fetty.
Oh fuck! I was all. I need to get my fucking headphones.
I got him for you, but like fucking, I could barely see him. Oh shit! How much longer? How much longer?
Oh, I'm fucking down already.
Oh my god!
Put my headset on. 15 seconds.
Dude, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't have the ammo.
Yeah, I'm going here. Hear them fucking talk. We got enemies over there. One guy's got a flag on.
On green mark.
Assault right.
Def 2 in there. Ah, dude, they're engaged. We can rush that. Oh, it's on top. It's on top.
Fuck down here, bud. Coming on me. He's coming to me. He's
Got one.
coming on me.
Got one, killed one. There are tons of guns in here. I just don't know where that other guy is. So dark. Oh, fuck yeah, man. A durable fucking face mask. People right next to us. Maybe he'll load out.
Somebody close.
Veagle. Up there, I think. Yeah, people dropping in right now. Oh shit. A little bit further away than I thought. Ooh, bad spot, bad spot, bad spot.
You gotta turn your stream down.
What's that?
I have your stream up, confusing me.
Turn my stream off, bro.
Cluster mine.
There's definitely people. Yep. Oh, he's one. There's two there. Never mind. Don't go. I'm dead. Mm. 14 seconds.
We had fucking UAV.
Bounty targets identified. Weapons free.
Oh,
How much longer?
Got reinforcements inbound. Losing ground. Moving. Move to the safe zone.
I'm just running circle to loot anything I can. Which ain't much, but alright, coming to you.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Ready? Oh. Okay. What was that? Do you have a gas mask?
no.
Here, grab one. This building to the right is probably a good move.
Feel it?
And circle on the edge.
Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
Ooh, all the stuff, all the stuff.
Lost that son of a bitch. Contract has been pulled. Gas is closing. Nine left. Keep the pressure on. Your squad made it to the safe zone.
I got a fucking durable face mask and I got a fucking regular one, so I'm gonna hang here for a second because I have to pee. sir.
Gas is moving. We gotta move.
Yep, we got time. Follow the edge.
Enemy buy station deployed.
Oh, I
Oh,
wouldn't
it's right
go
over
that
here.
way. Yeah, don't. Careful though. We don't have to. We don't have to do that. You doing that?
Yeah, so I can get them.
Yep, they already positioned us. They know exactly where we are, bro.
And I fucking mortared them. We got guys up there.
Yeah.
There's two.
Watch it. Careful. Sit in that chair. Actually pretty cool. Watch this duck here. They died over here. They just died over here. Okay, nice.
Advise you head to the safe zone. You got a lot of ground to cover.
Oh, it's heavy.
Down one.
Fuck. Dude, I'm already down. He was right there.
I downed him, dude.
No, not the bad guy that was shooting us.
All right, man.
There's a guy still on the ridge.
Gas is inbound, marking a new safe zone. Gas is inbound.
Oh,
God damn it.
that was close.
Should have ran around the building. I had plenty of time with that mask.
We would have had it if I'd known you pushed in.
Well, I did say. All right, whatever.
Well, you said stick to edge of circle, so I was
That's
sticking
what I
to the
did.
edge.
That's
of
what I
circle.
did. I was running edge of circle.
Well, you went the left way and I went the right way, so ended up well, you still did good. Got second place.
Where's the fucking? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think it's super crucial. I was curious if it auto flipped your mask. It does not. I didn't realize that, but I think it's super crucial in these, like to have like at least one, well, at least two gas masks. I would have played it a little bit smoother. I could have just ran around the side of the building, but oh well.
Oh
We
no.
need one.
No, I don't want to live through that. No,
the
please.
country is a
No,
revolution.
I mean, I'm just saying that our country, okay, our country was born in a revolution.
True.
And so maybe in order to take our country back, we're going to need a revolution. I'm not calling for a civil war. I'm not inciting violence, but I am saying that, people get so scared with the words, oh, revolution. And, they like to say that Trump supporters are insurrectionists. Weren't our founding fathers, technically speaking, insurrectionists?
If
Weren't
they
they?
lost.
What?
If they lost.
Yeah, they were
So-
for sure terrorists. They were
So,
considered.
But
I-
hold on. Revolution doesn't always mean violence.
Exactly. That's
But
my
it-
point. I
but-
think.
But historically, it typically is related to it because the people in power won't.
I think of it a lot as a revolution of the mind. I've been
Yeah.
thinking of it since, but that's what Mao called the Cultural Revolution in China too. They were like, it's a revolution of the mind, and so if we're gonna do that, which we kind of are with shows like this, we've got to be really intricate about how we do it. And
A
support the
revolution of
I don't-
truth.
no, no.
A revolution of truth.
But
right?
let's clarify because I like the founding fathers thinking of this country. I like the Constitution. I really do. Read the Constitution. Read the rights of government to operate. Read the founding fathers quotes. It's crazy because of this problem. Should we have a direct democracy? No, because of this problem. What about a council of elders? No, this. Hey, what about all three of them and they all kind of argue with each other at once? It's like maybe that's the best way to do it. I don't think it's a revolution we want. I think it's a reignition. I think it's a reaffirmation, or more importantly, a cleansing or accountability. For too long, people in this country have grown complacent, sitting by and letting corrupt people exploit the system. Congress is plagued with corruption. We can see it in their stock trading deals.
That's nuts. All right. All right. Drop this gaff here.
Got one team with us.
You're being tracked by an enemy squad. Evade.
Wow.
Shotgun shit.
Dang. Well, at least there's no time invested. So, moving on.
Can you cancel a search?
Oh shit, my Call of Duty fucking closed. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know, man, it's 11:30. I'm gonna stop playing anyway. That's like a sign from God. Fucking it crashed on me. Oh well.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you.
Yeah, take.
All right, let's fucking. Let's go. Let's go.
All we need to do is we don't want a revolution in the sense of the classical sense of changing this country. No, we want to restore it,
Yeah.
which means
A restoration.
restoration
Yeah.
is a good way to put it.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I
Yeah.
mean, this is why this is the only reason that I even consider the potential of a Trump second term being a positive is if he is actually recognized that it's not, and he always says this, so he has to have recognized it. He always says they're not after me, they're after you. I'm just standing in the way, you know. And it's like, all right,
He's right.
Trump, you're not wrong, but like if that's the case, well then do what's necessary to defend the people.
He's
Yes,
going
but-
to.
But listen,
He's going to.
there's a mistake made by the Democrats and sometimes even by the right in the assumption that Donald Trump is MAGA. Donald Trump is a symptom of and an amalgamation of the anger that many Americans felt watching this corruption for so long. And Donald Trump came and as a bull charging through the doors, he said, we're going to have this guy. But what they don't understand is that Bannon was alluding to this. Trump's the moderate. Trump is actually the moderate working with you guys.
He really is.
Because if there isn't a restoration, the next person to step up, how Donald Trump is approaching this election, saying we're not going to have time for retribution. Our success will be our retribution. I agree with the idea that I certainly think Trump wants revenge, but I do think he's concerned about being portrayed as an authoritarian dictator, and he's trying to he's trying to play it down a little bit to win votes. But you look at Vivek Ramaswamy getting up there and saying, we're going to dismantle the ATF, we're going to dismantle the FBI, we're going to break these things apart. He's coming out substantially, way more direct in what needs to be done in this country. If Donald Trump is not the candidate this time around, the next person we may get, who may be Vivek, is going to be much, much more direct.
Well, and I don't think the President Trump has
I for sale a 2011 Chevy Express 3500 van.
Dude,
That's a
what is
1-ton
this?
Series. It comes with a 6.0 engine in it. We got LED headlights that have been upgraded. We got a lower light bar for driving. We got an upper light bar. Got the 70 series tires with the XD series rims. Stepping inside. It's got 105,000 miles. It's got the Quigley 4x4 conversion straight from the factory. We got the brake control if you're towing trailers. So you got trailer brakes. Inside we have a big backup camera, and there's 2 cameras that gives you 2 different angles for when you're backing up.
Fucking cats.
Going down the side, I got a 10-gallon road shower. These things are heated by the sun, so you can literally get a warm or hot shower. And then down below it is just a storage tube. I've used this for fishing rods, fishing poles.
Long shit.
In the rear, you got I got the thermal blackout blinds, which are by magnet. So you can keep them off, fold them up, put them away. When you want to put them on, it's real simple. Magnet up there and you're done. Also got a tap light here for the back at night. It's also on a dimmer. And then this is a dirty laundry chute. So it's a bag for putting your dirty laundry. Coming around to the doors, I opted not to cover this up with door skins to give it a clean look, because I like to use all these cubbies for storage. Like, I've utilized these cubbies to store a lot of stuff. I put shovels, axes in here, put mosquito spray here, there again over here. I just left these doors open because you can utilize every little cubby in here for storing stuff, whatever you like. And then under here, this is for your small little propane canisters. I got a jet bowl, so that's what I use those for. It'll hold 2 of them. Then going into here, this will hold 2 of your green tanks. I use this for my scuttle for cooking. There's additional storage up underneath. There's also storage if you lift these mattresses back, the bat awning, and it's by Overland Vehicle Systems. It's one of the top of the line bat awnings that you can get for a vehicle. Coming around the side, I also have a table that literally, this will fold up into here. It folds up against the side of the van. And then the awning, I got 3 different spots that have lights on them. So you have outdoor lights for at night. This awning also you'll see in some pics that we add to the video. There's 3 different zipper sections, so you can zipper sides on this awning, which actually makes this like an enclosed area, which has been great whenever we've been camping and it's raining. We usually put these 2 sides on, leave this 3rd one off, and then it also gives you a private area off of the back, which is real handy. I use that for changing back there, shower, private shower. Coming into the van, there again, when I skin the doors, I left the opening so you have all kind of little storage cubbies. Also this side of the door as well, left it open. This is a hose because I have a Smitty onboard air system. So this is the hose for it. This is where all the silverware stays. We got magnetic cup holders. They pull off of here.
That's fucking dope.
On the side of the vehicle.
That's so dope.
All right, so coming into the vehicle, this is the little kitchen area. I got a table that'll pop up, give you extra counter space. This is where the sink is underneath here. That's operated off of 12 volt.
Look, I could do it. I could force myself to fucking live in this for like a week. And then I'm done.
Pump, SureFlow pump. So you have on-demand water. Underneath the cabinet, I have 2 5-gallon jerry jugs for fresh water. I have 1 gray jerry jug for gray water. Coming on in, I got this is a silverware drawer.
And that's a week, dude.
There's more storage up underneath
Tops.
here. I got storage under here. Pretty much try and utilize any little space that I can for any kind of storage.
Top 6 months. Zombie apocalypse, 6 months. I'm good. But that's it. I'm done. You're not making it that long on this, dude.
The refrigerator.
For real? Oh, see, here we go. What's this? Broke life. There will be consequences. Dude, you ain't broke. This sounds like from Diablo, doesn't it?
All right, folks. Well, we were heading up to the mountains. We're in the mountains right now, which is now a very inconvenient place to be. We were heading into the mountains when all of a sudden I heard a quick noise from the engine bay and I lost power steering. I noticed my alternator went dead and everything. So I went ahead and the motor was still running, but I went ahead, shut everything down and stopped, opened the hood to inspect what was going on. And the first thing that I found was the belt was off. So I assumed right out of the gate that I had broke the belt. As I started playing with the belt, I could see the belt was damaged, but I felt like that was because the belt came off, which I couldn't figure out why the belt came off. So I was inspecting a little bit more. I noticed that this was a little bit dangly. It wasn't quite where it should be. And I also noticed it took a
dangler,
hit, but I don't know whether or not it took a hit after it became dangly.
You
or
piece
it
of
became
shit.
dangly because it took a hit. Either way, it broke the bolt off of it. That's a real pain in the butt. That means the rest of the bolt is stuck in the block. That's going to be harder to replace. And that means I'm going to have to do a lot more work to try to solve this issue. If I forgot to mention,
oh no,
I'm in the mountains. So we got some figuring to do. Hey buddy, I am stranded again. This time much closer, just outside of Sisters. I know it's New Year's Day.
This
If
is
you can't do it, totally understand. I'll try to get somebody else, but I figured I'd contact you first. All right, guys, so I went ahead and just cut the belt so I could just get it out of the van. It's really damaged in one spot here, so it's not reusable anyways. If you become a member of his page, a camp that I didn't know was here. And I've come by this area quite a few times, but I found a really nice camp that I've never been to before. All right, guys, well, so this is the spot that we will sit for the next couple of days while we wait for Casey to come get us. This is actually a really nice little camp spot. We've got the creek right here flowing by, some nice features.
Ooh.
Plenty of firewood for me to access so I can have a campfire. Massive massive fire pit.
That's
over
dope,
here. I'm sure I can
dude.
put a large fire in and
That's
stay
so
warm.
cool.
We also have a janky table that looks like somebody brought up here and left. And if I need to change my tires, they got a old bar, though of course that won't work on mine. And if I find that I have to just live here for the rest of the winter and I have to hunt to survive, there's a really nice meat pole there. If I have to hang a deer, though, I hope that's not going to be the situation. That Casey will be here in a couple days, and we got plenty of food and supplies in the van to support myself.
Plenty. What do you mean, sir? Oh shit. I thought for a second I didn't expect that. Oh my god, dude. These are the burn. Dude, that's so overkill. I love it. I bet you that keeps that fucking van toasty, bro. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it has been a very pleasant evening. And we got to this camp, and after I showed you around, I just quickly got a few things set up, got the fireplace all set, put everything in place so that way I'd have the chimney and everything working, and then got a fire going. Just a simple meal tonight. Didn't want to spend too much time cooking. A little bit of chili, added in some sausage, and it was satisfying. And that's just exactly what I was looking for, and simple, not a lot of work.
That seems like a fucking, you're going to want a dookie soon kind of meal, right? I mean, you're in the woods, your world's your dookie place, but fucking, it just I don't know if I want to invite that during. Maybe it's incredible. Maybe getting a good fucking in the wilderness is just fucking. What if you were doing that and a fucking goddamn grizzly turns the corner?
So that was nice for tonight. But after that, it's just a glass of whiskey and a book, and enjoying the crackle of the fire. I'm really enjoying my wood stove. I wish we were getting a little bit more winter and it was a little colder outside. It's a little chilly tonight, and they're saying there's an itch of snow tomorrow, but it could be rain as well. So I don't know. All in all, not a bad way to end the day. It'd be nice if the van wasn't broke. That would be better. But all things considered, it's not a bad first day of the year. Well, folks, we're just finishing up breakfast. Biscuits and gravy, couple eggs sunny side up. Really delicious. I find that sunny side up eggs, I really like them, but I find them really hard to cook without overcooking the bottom and then not getting the top cooked well enough. But I overheard someone in a diner, a cook in a diner talking.
Water, lid.
Gave a tip to another chef about taking some of the hot butter that you had when you're cooking and pouring that over the top, and then that will kind of help with those eggs and let them cook over. And that seemed to work pretty good this morning. Was really happy with them. They came out really good, and my biscuits came out great. I've been actually cooking my biscuits over the top
biscuits
of the cook
bring
stove,
all
and it
the
works great.
boys
In fact,
to the
I think
yard.
this is the best way I've ever found to cook biscuits in the field is cooking more the cook stove, because it's just such a nice even heat across the pan, and it's a nice low heat, so it allows them to kind of rise and get cooked all the way through without burning them. So I'm really enjoying that. But like I said, beyond breakfast, it's just been a pretty lazy, relaxing morning. We had our coffee and just kind of sat back for a little bit, waiting for it to get light, and we read a little bit more of our book, and that was nice. It's just nice to be able to have a little moment to just enjoy and not feel pressured to go run off and do anything. So I do enjoy that. But as far as our day goes, looks like it's cloudy. Didn't rain or snow. It's very cold. Everything's frozen outside. A lot of frost. We didn't get any snow, though there are some flurries, but I'm not honestly sure that that's just not the fog freezing up a little bit and just flurrying a little bit. So I don't know. I think we're gonna clean things up here and get out and do a hike. I spent a little bit of time just writing down some notes this morning of some things I'd like to do, and I'd like to go for a hike and get some firewood cut, some other things. So I think we'll clean up and get down that list.
This is why I want internet and Starlink and fucking do some gaming.
Out about doing some hiking, but we're having a little bit of a challenge getting around. The area that I'm hiking through is an old burn. I don't remember exactly when this burned. I do remember the fire, but I don't remember the year. And it's starting
great
to grow
firewood
back up, but there's a lot of underbrush and new trees, and that's somewhat difficult to maneuver through. But there's also a lot of dead forest, a lot of broken and down. It's a lot of stepping over things and working your way around. It's kind of a nice day, though. It's very calm. It's very still, and we did get a little bit of snow. It's not much. It's just barely a skiff. Visibility is pretty low. It's a little bit disappointing because I know the Three Sisters are just like right there, and would be a great view if it wasn't for all this fog. But still nice. Has a very wintry feel, and it's nice to be out. And like I said, it's nice that we did get a little bit of snow. I'm really very hopeful that we'll start getting a lot more snow, because like I said, right now, being the 2nd of January, this location I'm in right now should almost be inaccessible via vehicle. The fact that there's hardly any snow is very concerning. I think if we don't start getting some snow soon, we're going to have some serious consequences come summertime, when the heat of summer comes around. Alright, well, we're just taking a minute to sit down and just take in some of this quiet. I eventually found myself on an old fire break. I'm pretty sure it's what they cut in to either stall or attempt to stop this fire as it went through this area. But either way, it definitely made the hike a lot more enjoyable. I was able to move through it much easier, which allowed me to kind of get deep in thought and just kind of putting one foot in front of the other and thinking about this, that, and the other, but not necessarily being very attentive to the area around me. And I don't say that like it's a bad thing, because quite honestly, it's nice to be able to get out and away and get a little exercise.
Jeez,
and
bro.
Said he is don't have any brake assist right now. Bit and get out there. So I've gone through the process of getting the van ready.
Kind of
to
disappointing.
travel. I am gonna move the van because he's gonna bring his heavy haul.
Just so you can see that I'm not making this up, this is winter weather advisory for Wiseman Coldfoot, where I'm at right now. Snow and blowing snow, wind gusting as high as 55 miles an hour, dangerously cold wind chills as low as 60 below zero could cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 5 minutes. So it's gonna be negative 60 Fahrenheit tonight, if you can believe that. Oh, what's going on up in the pass again?
The pass is, there's 2 trucks almost at the top. One guy's trying to ram the other guy.
So it's gonna be down tomorrow though, sounds like.
I would think DOT would get up there and it could take them hours to get it open.
Yeah.
Because they got to deal with like 5 trucks stuck in the pass.
Yeah.
It's about 5 o'clock in the morning, and we've got a really long drive. So I'm gonna get up and fire up the diesel. We're gonna have to cold start it. Hopefully it's not too cold, and we'll get going. Oh, it stayed nice and toasty in here last night. I just keep that diesel heater running. Usually I start a fire, but I'm gonna try to save my firewood for the remote wilderness part of the trip that I'm about to be on here. So just mainly for emergency.
Don't you think that in the remote wilderness part of the trip, you would like it doesn't? It seems like you would want to burn your diesel for your fire, and then save your diesel for out there, so you have firewood out there that you can chop, and then diesel as a okay.
In case something happens with the truck, and if they're really hunkered down and I run out of diesel and the batteries die or something, it's like a fire's gonna work. I've had a couple of you guys ask about these pillows in the comments. I got these in Vietnam.
Nobody cares about your pillows. Let's go.
Right, we're out of here, heading north.
They don't.
Will I finish the journey to Prudhoe Bay first, or will this crack finish this journey to the end of my windshield first? Time will tell. Let's go. Some deep snow over here. Whoop, don't get stuck. Come on, little girl. Yeah. On the road. Here's Santa Claus's house. We're out of here. We're gonna head into Fairbanks and get some coffee and a breakfast bagel. Fill this thing up with diesel, and we're gonna hit the road, heading north, on our way to Coldfoot. Okay, we're rolling into Fairbanks. It's so odd to be driving through the wilderness for hundreds of miles and just pop out into kind of a large city. I think Fairbanks is like 30,000 people about. I'll just give you some cash. This is cool. I just put this new Hydra chip in here, and it's got this whisper modes, so you can adjust the setting to where it's really quiet when you pull up to drive-thrus like this, so you don't have to turn your engine off. It's pretty neat. I just typed in Coldfoot here, and it's not super far from Fairbanks, but the route may be affected by winter storm warning. Severe winter weather conditions are expected or occurring. This will make travel difficult or impossible. Well, we're going anyway. Awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you. So today's a special day because it's my dad's birthday. So I'm gonna give him a shout here really shortly once we hit the road. He's really into the overland and just camping scene. He's done it his whole life, really. But he's looking for his first truck camper right now. So I think he's about to buy a 4-wheel camper. So I'm gonna give him a call and wish him a happy birthday and see if he bought himself a big birthday present. Got that camper last night. Awesome, thank you, appreciate it. Bitch, man. Cool. What's up? I'll try. Yeah, now I'm heading up to like a 4-wheel camper. So I'm gonna give him a call and wish him a happy birthday.
What did you say?
And see if he bought himself a big birthday present. Got that camper last night. Awesome, thank you, appreciate it. Bitch, man. Cool. What's up? I'll try. Yeah, now I'm heading up to like Dead Horse right now, so a ways to go. Yeah, I'll try it. Yeah, it might. It'll give me a couple hours. Thank you. Well, unfortunately, I forgot to put my diesel cap back on yesterday, so I need to go pick up a diesel cap right now. So let's go hit a parts store. There it is, good old Napa. I cannot tell you how many times I have left my diesel cap at gas stations and driven away. Probably, I bet I bought 7 or 8 diesel caps over time. I need to get like a little chain and chain it. Just for the record, the burrito a girl made at that coffee shop is on point. It's pretty good. All right, appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, got a new diesel cap, back in the road. We're in downtown Fairbanks right now and rolling north. So I've got about 25 miles or so until we hit the last gas station, so I'm gonna fill up one more time there. Wants to go right on 10th.
In a quarter mile, turn left on Alaska to West.
There we go, Alaska Highway North, highway number 2. So when I take a left, this will bring us all the way to Dead Horse. So all the kids going to school in Fairbanks. So this is pretty nuts. In Coldfoot, where we're going, there is a winter weather advisory tonight, severe weather. Wind chill values as low as -40. Wind 25 miles an hour. We're in for a blizzard tonight, boys and girls. We'll see how it goes. The roads are pretty covered with snow. They're pretty slick. It's like this really slick ice up under the snow. I've been in two-wheel drive this entire trip so far, just to save gas mileage a little bit. But big bump. But I might wind up locking into 4-wheel if it gets a little bit gnarly. Let's see. This truck's slipping in the ice where I couldn't make it up the hill here. I'm gonna chain up. Hey. Happy birthday, man. No, it should be, I mean, it's... Oh, you got the camper?
Yeah, I got it. And he was able to throw those in.
And that's really cool. Well, congratulations, man. That's a pretty good birthday present.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Holy crap, I'm passing. There's a ton of snowplows out here. There's like 10 of them in a row. Pulling into Old Hilltop gas station here. This is like the last stop, so I'm gonna fill this thing up real quick. Yeah, man, well, enjoy the day. Just get tired of staring at those super bright lights all the time, so maybe that green is a little bit easier in the eyes. You know what's really funny about having these super bright off-road lights is everyone I'm driving towards thinks it's some huge truck, so they all kind of slow down and start pulling over, and then this little truck just shows up. So it's makes me feel a little bit safer. Whew. Road's getting really bad. Whoa. Yikes. Slick and bouncy. We're just barely starting to get some daylight. It's about 9:30. Still dark, but hopefully it'll be light by like 10:30, 11, a little lighter.
is it. We're at the Dalton Highway, is where it begins right here. And it's a little over 400 miles up to the Arctic Ocean from here, one way. It's about 800 miles round trip. This is all dirt road. Obviously it's snowed on and packed ice right now, so it should be smoother, knocking on wood. But anyway, we're gonna continue on and work our way towards Coldfoot. And I'm loving those KC off-road lights. It just really help me see what's going on out here. The old F350's running good, running smooth, and we're gonna make it. Let's go. $421 miles, one way. Let's do it. The other big kicker is there's absolutely no cell phone service out here. You have cell phone service once you get all the way to Coldfoot, just in Coldfoot, and then you have it when you get all the way up to Dead Horse in the oil fields, and there's nothing in between. So you got to really be prepared if anything happens. And that's one reason I love having a log cabin on the back of my truck. I literally have a house with me, so I'm totally fine. If anything happens, I can stay 2 weeks in that super comfortable.
All right, I'm going to bed. Love your faces. Good night. Bye bye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Right now, but one thing I do have is a Garmin InReach.